What's going on, everyone? All right, we're back with some more Trails to Azure. It's your boy Top Cat the Gamer. We're gonna get right back into it. We're on the second day of Chapter 4, where Crossbell is just now announced their independence, and they're all wearing white, and CGF and all those people coming together as a Crossbell Defense Force, and a bunch of crazy stuff going on. So we're gonna get right into the game and go straight doing some story stuff. But thank you if you are new to the channel. Tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't. We're gonna get right on into it. I think we can check the board over here. Yeah, that was one heck of a speech. I never expected Croy to go from our mayor to our very first president. Not to mention all those bold statements he made against Arbonia and Calvert. If they've been feuding in secret within our state, do you suppose that the accident then had something to do with it? Down with Arbonia and Calvert. When was the last time anyone ever stood up for Crossbell like that? Compared to President Croy, our diet members are all a pack of domesticated dogs. Sure, a few of them were on the move. We're on the more upstanding side, like Speaker McDowell. But we've never had a leader this powerful before. Not only that, but he's appointed Crossbell's very own guardian, Arios McLean, as Secretary of Defense. I can't think of a single person better suited to be at the helm of our state's protection. Now we'll have nothing to fear. Our independence may not be a pipe dream after all. I'm sure everything will be fine as long as we leave it to President Croy. Yeah, with him as our leader, we don't have to be we don't have to be afraid of Arbonia or Calvert. Thank you, President Croy. Our hero, President Croy. 3 cheers for President Croy. Hooray for President Croy. Hooray for independence. Hooray for Crossbell. Hooray for President Croy. Hooray for Crossbell. This is getting out of control. It's not as though I can't understand how they feel, though. Trouble is bound to follow if they become overly zealous. Well, I'm sure the defense force here will have things under control in no time. Anyway, we should go. Yeah, I do understand. Like they just want some sense of stability, and I can't blame them for it. All right, let's check out the CPD. They've got a little event going up in here. Oh, hello everyone. Would you be the special support section, correct? As I'm sure you heard by now, the CPD is being restructured into a branch of the Crossbell Defense Force. There's currently a meeting taking place on the second floor to outline the system to each of the section chiefs. We ask you return to your base of operations and remain there until further instructions arrive. Sure. You're still free to move about the first floor, but please refrain from causing disturbance. If your actions are deemed suspicious, we will not hesitate to take you into custody. Damn, dude. Like, they're cops, bro. The fuck? Understood. They're being awfully cursive. Yeah. Don't think any of the others down here are fixing to cross them. Damn, dude is tripping, bro. Men from the Defense Force suddenly stormed in here this morning and ordered us to remain on standby. It was all so sudden and confusing. I'm still not sure what we should be doing. I suppose all I can really do is wait for the meeting with the higher ups to conclude. All right, well, can't do anything with her. And he's so damn hostile, like right from the damn beginning. All right, what we're gonna do next is, I'm trying to think. Yeah, we can head to East Street. Well, let me just go ahead from here and head over to the apartments. And we're gonna go to the second floor. I think it's here. No. Damn, I could have sworn. This is a little girl? Oh, okay. Mr. Marcy's leaving. Must be the other guy. Yeah, it's him. I'm scheduled to leave Crossville today. As I didn't have much time to pack, I couldn't fit this book anywhere. You can take it if you would like. And there's the Sunshine Agnes, chapter 11. Getting on the roll with it. It's just so random the way they have the books. And there's Noelle's mom. Speak to her. I'm sure Mr. Croy was unable to accept things for how they happened. I mean, how they appeared. Crossville has been a victim of so many injustices, so many tragedies that we could only force ourselves to turn a blind eye to. Even my husband was. Pardon? Sorry, ignore me. Yeah, so I know Noelle's dad, he was a part of the CGF as well. All right, so we head to the Harbor District. We're gonna head to the Gonna head down to the geofront really quick. We're not doing anything crazy. We're just going down here. Well, there is a monster down here now that I think about it. Isn't it? I thought there was. Yeah, there is a, where the hell is it? We'll figure it out. Right now we're just going to go see Yona. At the current moment. It's probably in the same place the monster was. That's usually how it goes. Yep, it is. Alright. First thing we're gonna do, we'll check on Yona. Oh crud, this isn't gonna work either. What if I try this key? I'm not sure I've ever seen him disengaged in task. What are you doing, Yona? Huh? Oh, it's you. Something caught my eye, but I've been looking into it a little is all. Figured I'd run an analysis, but I guess I got too into it. This one's a real doozy. Consider yourselves lucky. You get to witness the great genius of Yona Sacred at work. Oh, God. Sure, whatever you say. By the way, Yona, did you catch the speech earlier? Huh? Oh, you mean about Croy naming himself president or whatever? I mean, yeah, I managed to tune in using the terminal, but honestly, I don't really care about it one way or the other. Anyway, if you guys are down here, can you beat it already? I'm kind of in the middle of something. Well, you tried. Little dude doesn't care about a damn thing outside of cyberspace, as usual. That boy needed a girlfriend. Insolence is one of Yona's many bad habits. I'll see to it that he receives a thorough chastising for it later. Try to go easy on him. We bothered him enough for one day. Let's just come back some other time. Alright, now if you come over here to this old ass pizza, you get the piping hot cheese pizza recipe. I'm gonna go ahead and make the shit now before I forget, because I have a bad habit of forgetting. Damn, where the hell is it? Oh, I'm missing some tomatoes. Okay, I have to go buy some of those and make it. Alright. Now come out here and I guess we'll save next to this thing. I always make a save when fighting these monsters. You just never know. Like some of them pull out some shit sometimes and you never know. Make sure my formation is good. What the hell is Ellie? Oh, they're on top of each other. That is weird as hell. Alright. Let's go over here and challenge this thing. So usually machines are susceptible to water attacks. I'm gonna check it out. See if I'm... Yep, it's water. So it's got a missile attack. I'm probably gonna try to end this as early as I can, just using Genesis Flood. Yeah, I figured they resisted. You know, in the first game, that crash bomb was so broken. Almost everything in the game that did physical attacks would succumb to that blind on that thing. But now it's like It's like they figured it out and just super nerfed that. I hit him with this Genesis Flood. I'll just use Lloyd as a heal guy. And just let... There we go. Koga Henna. That'll take him out. Oh shoot, I didn't scan him. God damn it. Or did I scan it? I thought I did. God damn, he hit hard. And we got shackled again. Another shackle? Could have waited to get all those damn things in. I don't know if I did scan them. Sometimes I be moving too fast, man. I forget. I did. I actually did. Alright, we can get out of here. That's all we came here for anyways. Oops. What did I go wrong? Oh, I didn't hit that first turn at Albuquerque. There we go. Damn it. All right. And that's literally it for that part. Head to the garage and use the car to rest. I guess I'll save since I got out of there before I do anything else. I'm a save-aholic. I do that, especially in these games. Okay, so the next thing we got to do is we'll go ahead and head to East Street and go check on this stuff with our Arios. Yeah, I can bet they're all pretty shook about the whole thing.
やれやれ、揃いも揃ってしけた面並べてんな。余計なお世話だと言いたいところだが、まあ否定はせん。
よりにもよってなんでアリオスさんが寝耳に水すぎるよ。
Amazed he didn't say anything to them.
そんな気配は全然なかったものね。強いて言うならオルキスタワーを訪れることが最近多かったくらいかしら。
そうね。あくまで今後のギルドの対応を協議しに行ってたはずだけど、まさかこんな段取りを話し合っていたなんて。
実はそのあたりをお聞きしたくて来たんです。アリオスさんはまだギルドに所属してるんですか？
昨夜いきなり辞表を出して遊撃士のエンブレムを返してきたわ。持っていた仕事は全部片付けて、今後の対応策も出してくれたのはいかにも彼らしいけど。
Wow。
確かにアリオスさんらしい几帳面さですね。
Well, true。
だがこのように唐突にやめるのはさすがに問題だろう。しかもクロスベル独立国の国防軍長官な
どと。こう言ってはなんだけど、エレボニアの反応が怖いわね。資産凍結なんていう脅迫すらしてしまっている状態だし。そうだね。共和国の反応も怖いな。
だがアリオスさんの気持ちも理解できないわけじゃない。スコット。
どういうこと？
俺も
もアリオスさんと同じクロスベル市の出身だが、確かに演説にもあったような原因不明の不可解な事故は年に 1,2 回は起きていたんだ。
Does have a point.
本当のことはわからないけど、皆帝国か共和国絡みで起きたことだとはうすうす感じていた。
それは
まあここ最近はそうした事故は起きてないが、5年前アリオスさんの奥さんとしずくちゃんが巻き込まれた事故が最後と言えるかもしれないな。
And that's probably the reason why he chose to do it, is because deep down he does suspect some stuff like that has been happening, and that's what led to his wife's death.
ひょっとして
5年前に表通りで起きた運搬車の爆発炎上事故。
Yeah.
当初はオーバルエンジンの暴走と可燃性の積み荷が原因とされたけど、確かにそしてその事故に巻き込まれて奥さんのさやさんは亡くなり。
Man, it does look funny, man. I gotta admit, it does.
そういう顛末だったのかよ。
断片的な情報はある程度は聞いていましたが、それでアリオスさんは警察を辞めてギルドに移って、
Mm-hmm.
私もアリオスとはその後からの付き合いだけど、彼一言も言わなかったけどずっと引っかかってたんでしょうね。そう考えると今回の大役を引き受けたのも
ミシェルさん、失礼は承知で尋ねますが、アリオスさんのスケジュールで不審な点はありませんでしたか？
Interesting question, Lloyd.
ロイド君、どういうこと？
国防軍の司令長官、いきなり引き受けるにはあまりに重すぎる役目だと思います。多分ビータ市長、いや大統領との間で
I see where you're
根回しが
going.
されていたんじゃないですか？それも最近ではなくしばらく前から。
ミシェル？
まさか本当なのか？
確かに行き先など報告と食い違っていることはたまにあったわ。あれだけ仕事を抱えてたら当然だとは思ってたけど、考えてみればアリオスが報告を間違うなんて不自然極まりないのよね。
Mm.
それじゃあそうした時間にディーター市長とコンタクトを。
その可能性は考えられるかもしれない。ロイド君さすがね。怖いくらいの洞察力だわ。
I think Lloyd just thinks about the thing is in its entirety. He thinks about everything as a whole, and not just like has tunnel vision on one thing.
失礼なことを言ってすみません。その失礼ついでにお聞きしますけど、そうしたアリオスさんの行き先やスケジュールの食い違い、半年以上前で覚えはありませんか？
Hmm.
半年以上前って、まだディーターさんが市長にもなっていませんが。
そこまで前だとさすがに覚えてないんだけど、あ、でもあれがあったか。
あれ？
創立記念祭の最終日よ。彼仕事でレミフェリアに出張することになってたんだけど、それを急遽キャンセルしたのに報告し損なってたのよ。後で気づいて聞いてみたら、忙しくて報告し損なったって言ってたけど、何か気になるの？
まあ、あの記念祭は殺人的な忙しさだったし。
報告に齟齬があったとしても無理もないと思うが。
Interesting. Where is Lloyd going with
記念
this?
祭の最終日。最終日といえば、あれが
Oh, the auction. Okay, I do remember the
それは
auction.
どうつながってるんだ？
Wait a minute.
わからない。でも 何かつながりそうな気がする。
Wait.
俺たちが忙しさのあまり見過ごしていた点と点が。すみません。
Is he insinuating what I think he's insinuating?
はい、こちらクロスベル警察特務支援課で。
クロスベル国防軍特務支援課の間違いじゃないのか。
あなたは。
さて私は誰でしょう。
I'm trying to place the voice, but the Japanese.
された方には漏れなく豪華景品を。
くだらないクイズは結構です。一体どの面を下げてクロスベルにやってきたんですか。
やれやれ、嫌われたもんだな。派手なことになってるみたいだが、ちょっと会って話せないか。ま、損はさせないと思うぜ。
That voice does sound familiar, man.
わかりました。どこに行けばいいんですか。
Lecter?
クリムゾン商会、いや、元ルバーチェ商会と言った方がいい。あそこの会長室にするか。
地下のあそこですか。わかりました。
サンジュ、待ってるぜ。
もしかして行方不明のザオシとか。そういえばこの前ランディさんがいなくなった時連絡をもらいましたね。
そうだったのか。
いや、違う。帝国軍の
Yeah,
レクター大尉だ。
had it right.
あの人またクロスベルに来ていたんですか。
確かにどの面下げてって感じだな。
どうやら旧ルバーチェ商会で話があるみたいだ。赤い星座とのつながりを考えるととても油断はできないけど。
だな。
補欠のズンバですね。準備だけは万全にした方が良さそうね。
あなたたちも大変そうね。
So where it goes.
どうやら面倒な相手とやり合うみたいだな。
情報局のアランドールか。恐ろしく厄介な若造らしいが。
厳しそうなら助立ちするから遠慮なく言ってよ。
そうね、湿地帯での借りもあるし。ありがとうございます。手に負えなさそうだったらぜひ力を貸してください。
All right. So we're gonna head on out. But first, before we do that, we are going to head to, where is it? The Maine's Mountain Path. You get a hidden quest here. You head to the cathedral. And then you head over to the graves. And if you go up here, where the hell is that? My bad. Oh, the guy's grave is Nielsen. Mr. Nielsen? Ah, is that you, Lloyd? This grave belongs to Lloyd's older brother. Now, ask yourself this question. Why is this blind man out here? He knows exactly where Guy's grave is, okay? And then look around it. There's nothing but clear area for him to fall off a cliff. But he doesn't. But he's blind. I was just saying. Unless somebody guided him out here, I'm really like, what the hell is going on? This dude Daredevil or some shit? Like, what the hell is going on? Alright, man. This grave belongs to Lloyd's older brother. You were here to visit him, weren't you? That's right. There was something I wanted to speak with Guy about. You wanted to talk to my brother? Yes. I wish to tell him about the raid, the Declaration of Independence, and President Croy's speech. The people of Crossbell are all facing a singular direction. irrespective of their own personal emotions. It is for that reason that I am opting to go against the grain and ponder the darkness of the past instead. Darkness of the past. Do you mean? Yes, I do. I'm referring to the murder of your older brother, Detective Guy Bannings. I beg your pardon? Guy's death? Where is this coming from? And why now? Or are you saying there's never been a more perfect time? What exactly is it that you know, Mr. Wilson? I mean, I don't know why I'm thinking of Wilson, Mr. Nielsen. Lloyd, Special Support Section. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like for us to head elsewhere so we can review that case together. How does that sound? All right, we're going to agree. Now, you can't get this quest from him unless you do his first one after the terrorist attack and the cult incident. Like, you have to go through each one of them and to continue like this whole thing going. If you don't get either one of those, he's not here, and you know. All right, if you're willing to, then so are we. Thank you for your cooperation. It just so happens that I have a perfect place in mind. Let's make our way to the city. All right, here we go. Huh, really, this place? Out of curiosity, Mr. Nielsen, why come to Garante specifically? Well, didn't Guy come here a lot? Yeah, 3 years ago, Guy and I agreed to meet here for another one of our friendly exchanges of information. It was shortly before that meeting when I learned of his death. Oh, that explains it. The secret behind the cult incident, the arrest of the Imperial and Republican faction Diet members, the election of a new mayor, the inaugural meeting of the West Zemuria Trade Conference, the raid on Crossbell City, and now the declaration of Crossbell independence. It's all coincidental. While each of these events may appear isolated on the surface, in truth, they are closely intertwined. In other words, they're all pieces of the much larger puzzle. A larger puzzle? Really? Yes. For one to unpack the bigger picture behind them, the rest of the pieces will surely fall into place. Which I'm kind of like... I wonder why at this point, somebody like Lloyd, take Lloyd for example, he always looks at the bigger picture. I'm wondering why he hadn't put that together at this point. Like he's a little slow to catch up to that. I'm like, all this stuff is like happening one after another. Like there's a pattern here, you know. Let's see. Doing so should shed new light on the murder of Guy Bannings. Now that part is interesting. That is why I proposed this case review. I understand, however, if you'd rather spare yourself the heartache, Lloyd. No, I'm all right. Are you certain of that? Don't forget, time ain't exactly on our side today. We should get the show on the road. That's perfectly fine with me. Let us begin. First and foremost, we should examine the conditions under which Guy's body was discovered. It was a rainy day 3 years ago at Orcus Towers construction site. Time of death was estimated to be just past dawn, though the body was not discovered until later that night. As for the cause of death, it was I feel like I'm going to butcher this. Hemorrhagic shock. I hope I got that right. A bullet from an orbital gun pierced him from behind, straight through the heart. God, man, he died instantly. Does all that sound correct? Yes, that's right. He was shot in the back. Damn, what the hell? I don't like how T.O. I don't know, T.O. Now what's all that? Now let's reconstruct the scene of the crime at the time his body was found. To begin, there were signs of a fierce struggle throughout the area, so he was fighting somebody. However, the only physical evidence left behind was Guy's body itself. Not only was his favorite pair of tonfas absent from the locus, what the hell? The locus delect. What? It's like he I was going to say something else, but the CPD badge that he so proudly wore on his chest was missing as well. I've come to understand that this badge was recently recovered. Is it true that it was taken in by a member of the organized crime syndicate known as Vivace? Yes, we found it in Marconi's office, and he later confirmed it. The mafioso in question even confessed to lifting the badge off of his body after the cult incident was resolved. I see. However, that was, as you said, after the fact. As far as eyewitnesses go, there were none. At the time, construction work had been suspended and no staff were present at site. The time of day and environmental factors were also unfavorable. It was the break of dawn in the midst of a blustery thunderstorm. Because of that, there was no reason for anyone to approach the scene, much less witness the actual murder. To make matters worse, Guy never informed anyone of where he was heading prior to the incident. So he didn't go with his tonfas. Okay, that tells me that he was going to meet, when he went there, he was going to meet with somebody that he knew or that he trusted. Because why would he not have his tonfas? And that is where my trail goes cold. What you just heard is the entirety of what I've managed to gather of these past 3 years. That is, unless you have anything to add, Lloyd. No, I don't think so. You covered everything I knew too. Mr. Nielsen's penchant for gathering information never ceases to amaze. Yes, though in this case, it would seem Guy was not just a source to him, but a dear friend as well. That may explain why he has such a vested interest in a cold case like this. Very well. Why don't we move on to the case review then? If we're to unravel this mystery, we must first carefully consider our potential culprits. The obvious place to start would be to go over the most likely suspects, namely Vivace and the DG cult. Do you believe that either of them might be the perpetrator, Lloyd? Well, you could easily say it was a member of the mafia because they did have the badge, but and the cult, of course, has like issues against them. But remember, the cult went kind of into hiding after he busted them. So honestly, it couldn't be either of them. I mean, like I said, the badge, you can argue them having the badge has something to do with it, but I'm pretty sure if they got him, you would have found some sort of tie other than that to them having killed him. And, you know, at that point in time, I think he had just only dealt with the cult. So, no, it couldn't have been either of them. As far as the mafia goes, Marconi denied that he and his men were responsible. You have that too. Of course, his word only means so much on its own. But Joachim told us that although he arranged for Vivace to kill my brother, they failed. And there you have that. Garcia Rossi admitted it to him when Marconi tried to take credit. That's right. I forgot about that. Garcia did say that. I forgot about that. There's also no evidence that any of the subordinates went behind their backs to carry out the hit. Well, his brother was still alive, so shit. Not only that, the guy was already investigating both the mafia and Joachim. His defenses were up. He would have never put himself in a position where either of them could attempt to take his life. And that's where I say, like, why go there knowing that he could run into any one of them without his tumblers? So that's just me. I just can't fathom that being the case. Gotta agree, chances slim. Everything we've come to learn about the dude says that he wasn't just ballsy. He was a damn good detective too. That he was. I could never believe for a second that he died fighting the mafia or the cult. I feel just the same way myself. The elements of this case would appear to point elsewhere. The theory may have held water prior to the cult incident, but at this point, we can safely rule out both Vivace and the cult. So let's move down the list. Could he have been assassinated on behalf of one of the two major powers? By a Diet member from the Imperial or Republican faction, say, or one of the government officials they align with? or perhaps a foreign intelligence officer? Do you think it possible that Guy's killer might fit into any of these categories? Well, they had no real reason to want to get rid of Guy. Um, you do have a possible chance that one of them could be dirty, I guess, but I feel like Guy would have figured that out. So I'm going to say it's not very likely. No, I think that's pretty unlikely. It's true, there have always been corrupt officials within Crossbell with ties to the two major powers. And it's also true that my brother was quick to push against the injustices they committed. Plus, we can now say for certain that spies from both countries were making frequent visits to Crossbell around that time. But as much as I believed in my brother, he was in no real position to touch them. They couldn't have viewed him as a serious threat. That's true too. Unfortunately, you're probably right. As much as I hate to admit it, either nation could apply tremendous pressure on the CPD through the state government if they really wanted to, especially under the old administration when Guy was alive. It would have been far too easy. That's right, they would have got him fired or like put in jail. They found some shit. Yeah, it just doesn't fit. Why go to the effort of luring out and killing one single detective when the bureaucratic red tape is effective enough as is? A high risk, low reward maneuver like that just wouldn't have been worth it, no matter how much of a thorn in their side he was. Let's say, and I'm just talking hypotheticals here, that Lord's bro was in contact with one of those guys. He still wouldn't walk into an obvious trap. It's the same deal as the Mafia. I concur. Impressively deduced. I have nothing more to say on the subject. With that, let's move on to our final possibilities. Out of the sizable pool of potential suspects, you've eliminated every one of them so far. Tell me then, who else do you suppose could fit the profile of Guy's killer? You know what? Someone from Ouroboros could have done it. Just being fair, but I don't think he had any dealings with the Ouroboros at this point. Someone from the CPD, like I said, if they were, it's just like the other Dyad members. If they were corrupt, I think Guy would have figured that out at that point. I mean, just being fairly honest. So I'm gonna go with a personal acquaintance because he didn't have his weapons. Guy was still wary of them, no doubt, but it had to have been someone he knew well. That's the only answer that fits. Huh? You serious? And what brings you to that conclusion? Well, first of all, Guy never revealed to anyone where he was going beforehand. That leads me to believe that he was confident in his ability to handle the situation alone. The only reason he would feel that way is if he was meeting someone he knew personally. That's true. Whether Guy was asked to go there or whether the meeting was his idea is impossible to say. But consider where they met, an empty construction site. Clearly, whatever they planned to discuss was important. They didn't want anybody to hear what they were talking about. It's possible the conversation went sideways, that it broke down to the point of no return. Maybe that's why the killer took his life. And what conversation would that be? Honestly, I don't have the slightest clue. But whatever it was, it cost him his life, and that means it was grave enough to silence him over. I don't use this word lightly, but it might have been a link to the deep conspiracy of some kind. A conspiracy. When we began this review, you said that unpacking a bigger picture could shed new light on a case. At that moment, I felt like something clicked way in the back of my mind. Did you now? I can't get past the idea that my brother was closing in on some kind of secret plot. A plot concocted by somebody connected to the DG cult, the Mafia, the Empire, and the Republic, yet also separate from them. Whoever it was, they couldn't allow Guy to interfere, and chances are that conspiracy is still alive and well to this day. Doesn't that sound like the most logical explanation? Now, I have my theories about who it is. You know, there are certain things that give clues to things, like Guy's badge having a slash on it. and things like that as well. But I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna watch it all play out because I have played later games. I don't have the full story of everything that happened in this game. There's little things that I can kind of put together, and from just deducing different ways and patterns things went down. But I'm gonna let it play out because I want to like see how this whole thing turned out, connected yet also separate. And you say this conspiracy is still ongoing. It's hard to draw any other conclusion. The killer is still at large, after all. That fact alone is enough to tell me that whatever they killed Guy over is a long ways from settled. Mr. Nielsen? Sorry, was that too far-fetched? No, not at all. I think your reasoning is perfectly sound. Let me ask you this, Lloyd. As we were reviewing this case, did any particular suspect come to mind? One who could, in theory, have called Guy out to that construction site and murdered him 3 years ago. Pretty sure. Come on, Lloyd, really? No, unfortunately not. To his credit, Guy was popular. Even if we narrow it down to those he knew personally, that's still a lot of people. There are also two other key details. His back was turned when it happened, and his tonfas were removed from the scene after it. I suspect that both of those facts are vital to figuring out what really happened that day. Then again, if that evidence alone was enough to identify the killer, the First Division would have solved this case 3 years ago. That's a fair assessment. Unfortunately, not every clue has been revealed, and so the culprit cannot yet be identified. However, I do think one thing has made itself very clear. The only person who can uncover those final missing pieces and solve this puzzle is you, Lloyd. Mr. Nielsen? Right, and I intend to do just that. Glad to hear it. It's strange. I suddenly feel as though I've made a good on my promise to share intel with Guy here 3 years ago. I owe you all my deepest gratitude for indulging me with this review session. Not at all. If anything, we should be the ones thanking you for this. You're too kind. Now, if you'll excuse me, I greatly anticipate hearing about your future exploits, SSS. What just comes in? Look, he just walks. It's like he must be counting steps or something. He just doesn't even use the cane. I get the sense that Mr. Nielsen was hoping to help us more than the other way around. You might be on to something, T.O. Keeping his promise to my brother may have been his real goal. I'm glad we took the time to speak with him. I can't help but agree. You said it. Come on now. Come on. Let's get cracking. All that hashing out's got me fired up. Yeah, next stop, the Don's room in the Overwatch building. It's time to see what information we can drag out of Lecter. Alright, so before we do that, we want to make sure that we finished up everything. I'm going to go and turn this stuff in. Yeah, we got a power suit. I don't know what the fuck that is, but we did. Let's see what it is. Ooh. Sheesh. Look at the defense on that damn thing. Definitely got to give this to our boy Randy. Man. Trying to think here. If we get this off of him, we definitely can take this Ocker off him and give it to somebody else. That is fucking insane. Let's see here. You know what? I will put. Well, no, he needs that. Yeah, I could take that off of her. Her defenses should be pretty good right now. Let's see here. Yeah, I'll give her the Grail Locket. Just temporarily. And you miss... Take that off you and also give you this. Give her the Ocker. Yeah, because I don't really need her accuracy to be good. And the only reason I'm giving her this is because it prevents elements as well. Put that on her, get her speed up too. Seal mute. You, sir. Put this Passionate Rouge on you to get your strength up. This is all temporary stuff I'm doing just because I only got the 4 of them right now. I don't really know how this all is going to play out. So... what can I give you, Mr. Randy? His defense is like nasty with that suit. I wonder if I could. Yeah, I'll put the Stragas back on you, Lloyd. I thought his speed was higher than that. God damn it. I really did. I could add that. It's not like it's gonna matter. Hell, he don't have any evasion in him. Well, he don't really need it. I don't know. I feel like there's something here I'm missing. I could put that on him. Stat down. Let's see something here. Yeah. Well. Well, I mean, you know what? I think I might go for this so he can't be sealed. I think everything else is pretty straight. I don't really know what the hell Wise he's doing, but you know. I'm guessing he's gonna come back. No? No, they dumped all this shit off. They did. Now, they didn't do that for, what's the name? But they did it for him. Okay. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give him the hit 3. I hate that takes this thing down so bad. Because I'm tempted to give him Seal. Feels like Wazi's completely gone too. Chance to mute the enemy. Gotta take that. I hate to get rid of this impede. I really do, but sealing enemies is a good thing in here as well. If I have to go back to it, I will, but... No, you know what? Yeah. That impede just... It's been coming in. It's been coming in handy. It gives it Mercuria, which is something I like to have to heal as well. For now, anyways. All right. And yeah, I guess we're good with that. That way that both the girls have something that prevents status ailments, at least at the moment. I didn't think they took all the Wazi stuff off, so that kind of threw me. So he's like left. Saying he had to go take care of business. I'm like, all right. But I know how to fix him back up if he comes back. Didn't really make it seem like he was leaving, but we'll see how it all shakes out. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Guess I better go make a little stop before we head there as well. I just feel like some bad shit's about to go down. So yeah, I got him clear. I wonder if I should go ahead and do one of the girls. Yeah, probably hands. She needs. Okay, 600. Okay, well, okay. All right. Well, I tell you what, I'm going to end here, and when we come back, we'll see. Well, I need to make some purchases. That's right, because I need to make the recipe and stuff like that. Get some more of these. At least 10 of each one of those. I always try to keep 50. All right, I'm in here. When we come back, we'll be just starting straight out, going into Rivachi. I feel like some bad shit's about to go down. We'll see. But thank you all for rocking with me. I appreciate everybody checking out the vids. As always, if you're new to the channel, tap that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.